the National Football League.
It's a brisk night in the Midwest, but we've got football at Paycor Stadium in the Queen City of Cincinnati, Ohio. But tonight we start Week 9 with a good one in prime time, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Cincinnati Bengals.
Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gordon. To my left, Charles Davis. And Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They've been playing well, really well. Winners of 5 of their last 7, but losers last time out. Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Chiefs, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory.
About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night prime time. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
And while he won't admit it because his team lost the game, he had some fun in the last one.
He threw for over 400 yards.
I mean, there's no getting around it. As a QB, yeah, okay. We lost the game, but boy, that felt good flinging it around. Now he's got to figure out how to do the exact same thing, yet turn it into a win.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Now Burrow. He finds his man, complete. It's Shepard.
And the Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 40.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. These are his numbers from last week's contest. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
Going up top. Man, it's caught inside the 10. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. That gets them 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Chiefs' 3-yard line.
Henderson will take this one in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in after report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So here are the Chiefs now under their veteran head coach, Andy Reid. They're led out by their first-year quarterback, taken in the 3rd round of this past April's draft.
And the guys on the other side of the ball know they'll have to be on their toes. And it's obviously not just the passing, but the running element that makes him dangerous. He ran for over 100 yards in that game last week, so keeping him contained will be a big emphasis for this defense.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Back to throw now on 1st down. Oh, this one complete. It's Rashee Rice. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd.
Straight ahead, it's Irvin. And we'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. The Chiefs at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to run away from home, but But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
On 1st and 10, here's Irvin.
Down right around the 25.
And you see the numbers for Irving in last week's ball game.
Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up,
18-yard line.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
one thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And his kick is indeed good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Bengals offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. And we give you a look there at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns. You can see he's second best amongst NFL running backs at this point in the season.
He finds his man complete. That's Shepard.
From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8.
They'll send the tight end in motion.
34-yard line.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That'll give him 8 that time. And 3rd and 1 now.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd.
Burrow going to keep it himself. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now it's Burrow.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. Here's 2nd and 3.
Jamar Chase. It's a gain of 7. Brings up
the middle they go. It's Shepard. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard in the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow.
On the move past the 40.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 31-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Play action. It's Burrow. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TV. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. As his guys are able to extend their lead.
Brandon, what we just saw there were 2 guys who were in sync. The person delivering the ball, but especially the person running the route. Tremendous job. It results in a terrific play.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And that pushes the lead up to 11.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
And now here comes Kansas City.
4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play. Not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
2nd and 3. Now he'll tuck this and run. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
First down. A gain of 21 yards. First down, Kansas City.
To throw here. Now he's going to step up and run. Nothing open downfield and keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Chiefs.
He'll look to throw to the first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And a first down, Chiefs.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That'll be caught by Rice. But they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
A run up the middle with Urban. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. From 8 yards out. And the Chiefs have cut it back within a score.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game.
Chiefs 10.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Here's Burrow. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. 7 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. Shepard. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
1 yard gain.
Burrow will throw. He finds his man complete. That's Shepard. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep.
down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there at 22.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down.
4 yards
From the 22 now, here's the second down at 6.
They'll keep it on the ground. Shuffle. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got him on complete.
And they'll get this down to the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First down and goal to go.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal. Burrow.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
A 5-yard touchdown catch.
And the Bengals are able to widen their advantage. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game, and no signs of slowing down.
Aubrey good with a PAT.
And that makes it a 21-10 game.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Chiefs offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's been a real threat, not just with the arm, but with the wheels as well. NFL's leader amongst quarterbacks in terms of rushing touchdowns.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches.
It's 2nd and inches.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
That's good.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
An 8-yard pickup.
They're going to look to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd.
They'll look to throw again.
At the 43-yard line.
It's into the hands of Worthy once again.
And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Rice.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Wide open receiver, complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Chiefs. First down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Back to throw again.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd and goal.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. From 8 yards out.
And the Chiefs are back within a score. Little loft on that touchdown pass and sort of dropped it in the breadbasket perfectly.
Right in the bucket, and when you're coming out of college and you're a rookie in the NFL, sometimes you forget about the different types of throws you have to make. You just rely on your fastball and throw it as hard as you can all the time. But in this situation, he understood and threw it in a spot where only his receiver was going to get it and no one else. That was pretty.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Right back to it on first down.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now it's Burrow.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On first down, it's Shepard. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. And they set up the screen. That's complete. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
Brandon, how about that reaction there from a defensive end? Able to recognize the screen pass trying to happen. Broke off his pass rush, and then get back to tackle the running back. That's a very athletic and intelligent play. Reminds me of you working out and seeing that the treadmill is open and getting there before anyone else.
See, I know you're just patronizing me right now. Everybody knows at home that that is nothing but a shot at me, and I'll take it, absorb it, and we'll move on.
Burrow going for it on 4th.
He'll try to do it himself.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Nowhere to go here, he lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they take over, they'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
That's Soto.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 8.
It's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
He'll try to pick it up himself.
Getting this this one all the way down inside the 20. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
Gain of 21 yards. First down, Chiefs.
On play action, they'll throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Gutierrez. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Brings up second and 3.
They'll drop to throw. Touchdown! Rashee Rice, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs have taken the lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Have 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Extra point right down the middle. And that gives him a 3-point lead. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
Charles, you got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up. Then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that one actually hurt him 3 times. The fumble cost him potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They just got to find a way to get it done.
45 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up second and 3.
Now Burrow.
At the 45-yard line.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete.
A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
3 yards to go.
Burrow looking to pass.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard
To the air again, Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
38-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup.
Now it's Burrow. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
3rd down and 2.
He'll drop to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's another Bengals first down.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. In motion, the tight end. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And he's going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Going right side here, and that's complete. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. They'll turn things over to Brandon Aubrey now for the field goal.
On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that will tie us at 24 all.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays, and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending there.
And now off to the races down the right side. And how about that return as he's all the way inside the 20-yard line.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
The Chiefs' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense has got to be searching for answers right now. It's been his ability to make plays on the ground here in this first half that's really giving him fits.
Over the middle, complete. It's Soto. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Chiefs have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
And this is a balancing act for a head coach with a rookie quarterback. You've got to walk a line with him. You don't want him getting happy feet, but you also don't want to rein in what worked for him in college. And here, he pulls it down, takes it himself, and takes it into the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Bengals 24.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. To the action, set to begin the third quarter.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been very impactful when using his legs this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design. You notice his name sits near the top when looking at the league leaders in rushing yards by a quarterback.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
First down. A gain of 11 on the play. And the first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Now a 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
A shotgun handoff here to Irvin.
They'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
The Bengals take over.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
from back at their own 10-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11.
At the 11-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's
out of the gun. It's Burrow. And the throw here, that's complete.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
That is caught.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
36-yard line.
Play action. It's Burrow. And the Chiefs are going to get him. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big...
Ball loses the football.
And I think the Chiefs have it. They do.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him. Sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did. Yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
So here are the Chiefs to take over. They've got the lead here as they begin this drive, trying to get that bad taste out of their mouth from the loss last week to the L.A. Chargers. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run here with Irving.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Bucky Irving, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, they were looking to pick up the first down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
Extra point splits the uprights, and a lead now up to 14.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Bengals offense and Joe Burrow getting set for this next drive. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Burrow on play action. In trouble, and he's taken down. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Here's Burrow. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him to find him. Find him.
It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Shepard. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon. Third down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
KC's offense ready to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. He finds his man, complete. That's Soto.
From the 46, here's the 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
He'll look to throw.
That's into the hands of Worthy.
His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I mean, it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side, completion to Rice. And down inside the 15 he goes.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. And he'll go down. Brought down the 20-yard line.
Shamar Stewart. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
And they visited the end zone frequently in this one, and obviously they wanted another one. But give credit to the defense there. They may not make the comeback, but pride showed. Good sack on that play.
It is caught by Rice for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Chiefs have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up his secondary all game long, and this time that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown.
Definitely coming from his head coach.
And able to get this out to the 25.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
The tight end in motion right. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
What we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he is going to have the Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Burrow will throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10.
It's 3rd and 10.
Back to throw again.
Working in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Up the middle they go. It's Shepard. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line.
58 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. And now that brings up fourth down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over.
And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
That's complete. Left side to Worthy.
70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
That's into the hands of Worthy once again.
Complete to Xavier Worthy. It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now in Cincinnati.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. He finds his man complete. It's Gutierrez. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 34.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
They'll stay on the ground with Irvin. Powering forward. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal as some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line, knocking on the door.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
Irvin trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it.
That is caught by Rice for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there, with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year.
And the Chiefs look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Bengals 24.
A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now back to throw.
Going for Chase on the crosser. He's got it.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
It's a gain of 32 yards.
They'll run on first down.
Shepard. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now he's got it. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. Burrow now off the bootleg. Got a man and he hits him in stride. Touchdown Bengals. From 40 yards out. And the Bengals get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Bengals 31.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long.
He finds his man, complete. That's Soto.
2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5. At the 30.
On play action, they'll throw. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
To number 1, Xavier Worthy. Out of bounds at the 38-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They run out of the gun with Irvin.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
At the 35-yard line. A 3-yard pickup.
They'll try and sneak it here.
And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Well, they pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, it totally was. I thought they'd go with it back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talked about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
3rd down and 3 yards to go.
They'll drop the throw.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The home team's offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. Burrow looking to pass. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Burrow. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Now 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here.
At the 46-yard line.
Now it's Burrow. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
A gain of 4 yards. And the Bengals first down.
And Burrow going to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He will find his man Chase complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 15-yard line.
That's another Bengals.
Now a handoff up the middle. Shepard. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. 2nd and 6 from the 10.
2nd and 6 at the Chiefs' 10-yard line.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow.
This has been a rough one to put it mildly for him, and after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
That is caught. And they will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Jamar Chase with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bengals get a bit closer. He's got them now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than 1 play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Game in hand, the offense takes the knee. The Partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for Kansas City, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.